What's going on, guys? Josh here with For Love of Games, and today I'm going to show you how to modify the Oculus Quest so that way you can make it much more comfortable and give it way better sound than what the stock option has to offer. And we're going to be doing that by taking this HTC Vive deluxe audio head strap and attaching it to it. And I'm going to show you how to do this two different ways. So without further ado, let's pull up a chair, let's sit back and relax, and let's modify our Oculus Quest. Let's go. I want to start this off by saying that this is not a cheap mod. It's an easy mod, but it's not cheap, and it's considered to be a luxury mod amongst the VR community, as the HTC Vive Deluxe Audio Head Strap can cost you around $100. Now I'm sure you can find that on eBay or Amazon for a little cheaper, but around $100 is what you should be expecting to pay for it. And with everything else needed to do this mod, you should be expecting to pay around $120 to $140. Now that that's out of the way, let's go over what we're actually going to need in order to perform this mod in the first method that I'm going to show you. Alright, so here is everything that we're going to need in order to attach the deluxe audio head strap to the Oculus Quest using this first method. And as you can see, it's a lot of Velcro. And all this stuff is relatively inexpensive and can be purchased at a local craft store. And the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need some 1-inch thick Velcro. Now Velcro comes in two different sides. It comes in a hook side and a loop side. And we want the rough hook side with some double-sided tape in order to do this mod correctly. And we're going to take this strip that we buy and we're going to cut it up into two 2-inch sections. The next thing we're going to need is some smaller Velcro. And I'm going to be using cable ties here because A, I had to do some cable management, and B, I thought that using cable ties would actually be a pretty good fit for this mod. And the reason why we have to use some smaller Velcro for this part is we need to attach this D-ring here. Now this D-ring you can get for about a pack of 4 for like $3. But the top strap on the Oculus Quest is about half the thickness of the HTC Vive Deluxe Audio Head Strap, and we need to adapt it up to fit this head strap. So a D-ring, a 1.5-inch D-ring works perfectly for that. And we're also going to be needing a pair of scissors in order to trim up the Velcro once it's attached. And the last thing you're going to need is something soft in order to place your Quest on while you're working on it. I don't want to see you guys wreck your Quest or scratch it up in any way, so put it down on something soft, a towel, a blanket, a shirt, anything. I'm going to be using a little bit of styrofoam here, and this should be just enough protection in order to keep my Quest safe. Now the first step to perform this mod is to remove the original head strap, and this is done fairly easily. So I'm going to remove this top strap first because it's the easiest, and in order to do that, we're just going to take out this face shield, or this face plate here, and all we got to do is just undo the top strap and then just pull it through. Now when you get to the hook side of these straps, they do get a little tough, so you kind of have to feed them through and pull them at the same time. And be careful not to touch your lenses. You don't want to get them smudged up or scratched up around like that. So just keep tugging, keep pulling, and it eventually comes right off. The next thing we have to do is we have to remove these side straps. And now my Quest is actually on. I didn't shut it off, so shut yours off before you actually do this. And in order to get these side straps removed, we have to undo the Velcro, and we're just going to pull it through slowly. When you get to this part right here is where the elastic starts to kick in. So this part is going to, again, feed the hook side through slowly and pull on the head strap at the same time. Just keep kind of pulling it, and wiggling it. And once you get to a certain point, you can't pull anymore. All you got to do is just push right here on the inside of the strap and pull out, and you're going to detach the elastic part of the strap away from the headset. And now you're just going to keep wiggling it and pulling it, and eventually it comes right out. Now the first time you do this mod, you may feel like you're breaking your Quest, but you're actually not. Just take extra precaution when pulling this head strap out, and just feed it through gently and pull it out gently, and it will come out eventually, but you may hear a snap when it comes out. So it may startle you the first time you do it. Now in order to get the head strap off of the other side, we're just going to repeat the process. Flip it over, undo the head strap, and pull it out as far as it can go. Start feeding it through a little bit, pull it a little bit, and once it stops being able to be fed through, we're going to push on the inside here, pull out. There it is. And then we're just going to feed it through ever so gently. Pull it and feed it. And there it is, it comes out. Next up, we're going to get the deluxe audio strap ready to be mounted to the Oculus Quest. So we're going to take our head strap, and what we're going to do is take our 2-inch piece of Velcro here, and we're going to mount it right to the inside of the head strap. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Make sure you peel the double-sided tape part off of it, and we want to get it mounted as flat as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to get it lined up as evenly as possible. Now don't be afraid if you mess up the first time. You can always peel it back off and redo it. So there's always that. It's not perfectly straight, but it does the job. Now just make sure you attach it pretty well by pushing on it. And we're going to repeat the process on the other side. So again, I'm going to take my head strap, my Velcro, line it up as best I can, and just attach it. Now at this point, you can take your scissors and you can trim up the pieces of Velcro on the side here, taking care not to actually graze your head strap, and kind of make it a little neater. I mean, you can also use a box cutter or something like that on a cutting board, make it a little neater, however you want to do it. But me, I'm just going to trim it up a little bit and take the edges off and make them a little more round. Next, we're going to attach the deluxe audio head strap to the Oculus Quest. And you're going to do this by lining up this edge with the edge of the Velcro. And just attaching it and pushing it down to make sure that it's nice and firm and has actually grabbed. That looks pretty good. And we're going to do the same thing, is line up the edges, push down, make sure they're pretty even and flat. And the head strap is halfway attached. Now, on this part right here, this is where the cable ties are going to come into play. I'm going to take 2 cable ties, and just for an added precaution or an added safety measure, I'm going to wrap it around the side strap here. And I'm going to pull it tight just to make sure that this will not come off and this will not move. We're going to do the same thing to the other side, just removing the audio cable away from the head strap so we can attach this properly. Just pull it through, nice and tight, wrap it around, and we're good to go. Next, we're going to connect the 3.5mm jack or the 3.5mm input for our speakers. Just going to put it down into the clip here. And what I did is I put it at sort of a right angle. So that way I can have it come around the top of the strap here and make it plug in a little better. You may have to finagle it a little bit just to get it through, but it fits in nicely. And I personally like it going at that angle. You can do it however you want, but that's how I personally do it. Make sure it's plugged in all the way. And now we're going to work on the top strap. All right, so now the easiest way to attach this top head strap is just to fold the whole head strap out of the way. And you're going to feed a cable tie through this smaller section right here, the small hole right here. You're going to feed a cable tie right through there. And now you may have to bend it up to a 90 a little bit just to make it a little easier on you, because it does get kind of tight and it can be a little bit of a pain, but overall it's not bad. Now you just kind of feed it through. Once you get it through, you just pull it through all the way. I go about halfway with it. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to take this D-ring and attach it to the cable tie. All right, so we're just going to put the D-ring through the cable tie, or the cable tie through the D-ring, and we're just going to pull this tight. You want to make sure the smaller side, or the curved side, is facing towards the Oculus Quest. And we're going to pull it decently tight. You don't want to go too tight with this, but you also want to make it too loose as well. You want to give it a little bit of wiggle room here. I'm going to go ahead and tighten that down. Now you want to make sure you give yourself enough room in order to attach the faceplate again. So now once you get this D-ring in place, all you have to do is undo the top strap of the HTC Vive audio head strap and just feed it through the top of the D-ring. Feed it right through the D-ring and snug it up. One last little step here to tidy things up a little bit is we're going to snip the rest of this cable tie off to make it just a little bit cleaner. And now the mod looks really, really good. Final step here is to put the faceplate or the face gasket back on. And this is done really easily. You just line it back up and just give it a little push. Here, you'll hear it snap right back into place. Oh, and make sure that when you put these side Velcro pieces on, they are tight. Like I just didn't make this one tight enough and it just slid off. So make sure it is pretty tight. And that's how you attach the deluxe audio head strap to the Oculus Quest using this first method. Now, it's not exactly the cleanest method in the world and it is using a lot of Velcro, but it is functional and it gets the job done. But I have a second method I'm going to show you guys, and to me, it is a lot cleaner than this one.
3 weeks later.
So yeah, that happened. It's taken about 3 weeks for this video to come to fruition. And the reason for that is I had to order some parts off of eBay. And now the eBay seller was located in the UK and I'm located in the US. So in order to get those parts from the UK to the US to pass customs, and with everything going on in the world today, it took about 3 weeks. So if you're gonna buy anything off eBay, it may take a little longer than expected. But what I had to order was these little guys right here. This is a 3D printed deluxe audio head strap adapter specifically made for the Oculus Quest. So that way you can actually mount the head strap to the Quest much more easily without the need for any sort of Velcro or anything extra. And I want to give a big shout out to Wild Stallion UK for printing these and sending them out to me as fast as he could. Seriously, dude, good job. I appreciate that. So let's head back over to the table so I can show you how to install these. Now that I have the table all set up again, we are ready to install these 3D printed mounting adapters to the Oculus Quest. Now, as you can see, they do come as a pair, so you do get both of them for the $14 or the $15 from eBay. And like I said, Wild Stallion UK, these are very high quality 3D printed adapters for the Oculus Quest and the HTC Vive deluxe audio head strap. So, and they're very easy to install. And I've already gone ahead and removed all the Velcro from both sides of the headset and also from the head strap itself. So to install these, it's relatively simple. We're going to just take the mounting adapter and just click it right in place. And you got a pretty good solid audible click there, which is really nice. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to hook it onto the side strap from the front and just clip it, just like so. Make sure it's slid all the way back. And now the headset is, or the head strap is fitted on one side. And we're just going to head and do the same thing to the other side. Nice and easy, just line it up, push it down, nice audible click there again. And then we're just going to clip it on to the headset itself. Simple, nice and easy. No need for Velcro, no need for anything else other than these two adapters. The one thing to know about this mod, about the second way of the mod, is you're going to still need a D-ring and some Velcro for the head strap, the top strap of the head strap here. So that's the only part we're not going to change. Everything else though, pull off the Velcro on the side, clip these adapters on. It's a much easier way to adapt the deluxe audio head strap to the Oculus Quest, and it also makes it a lot more comfortable as well. And the one other thing I just noticed here about the clip for the left side of the headset, or the adapter for the left side of the headset, is there's actually a little cutout here for the audio cable or for the headphone cable to go and clip into on the side of the headset. So let me just plug it in. You can see it just runs in that little channel and clips down onto the Vive headset, Vive head strap, just to keep it out of the way. That is the perfect little bit of foresight on Wild Stallion UK's design here. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. After performing this mod, I find myself using my Oculus Quest a lot more now than I did when I first got it. It's so much more comfortable. The sound is so much better. It's easier to put on and adjust. It's just overall that much better. I feel like this is the way that the Oculus Quest should have shipped to begin with. But I do understand why Oculus didn't ship it that way. In order to keep costs down as much as possible, some sacrifices had to be made. And in the case of the Quest, comfort was that sacrifice. You can make it much more comfortable just by adding a face gasket cover like the one I have here, and get way more use out of it without breaking the bank. But if you're one of those people that want the most comfort out of your headset, then the mod highlighted in this video is the one for you. If you're interested in doing this mod yourself and you want to use the second method that I highlighted in this video, the link to Wild Stallion UK's eBay store will be down in the description below. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and pass it along to friends and family as well. It really helps out the channel. Also consider subscribing and turning on notifications so that way you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and as always, I'm Joshua for Love Games, signing out. Have a great day.